Okay, Likutei Moharan, Misha the Sakina, Torah Lamed.
Amen.
We are holding in the middle of Seif Vav.
Okay.
We were talking about the Malchus going down into the Klipot. And the Malchus Prinas Daled goes into the Klipot. The Klipot themselves are also Daled, parallel to it. This is the four kingdoms that exiled Am Yisrael, which is Bovel and Madai and Yavan and Rome. They represent the Malchus Sitra Achra. That's so the way to they swallow up the capture the Malchus. What happens is that the you have to cut, like and pare off the Malchus from the Sitra Achra. And the way that you do that is by doing chesed. So kitzru lefi chesed. The pairing is in direct accordance to the amount of chesed that person does. This is how a person elevates the malchus from the sitra achra. That malchus, which is the shachros, the sechel tachton, that is able to capture whatever stands before it, the sechel elyon. Ram Avinu epitomizes this particular inyan. Obviously, he is Mr. Chesed personified. He chased the four malachim that captured Lot, and that's why Ram Avinu was Misakin, established Shachris, the tefillah of Shachris. Shachris from Lashon Shachros, blackness, the black. So, and Avram Avinu was Mr. Soine Betza. He's the one that hated money. He told Melech Sdom, I don't want any of your money. We said the only way you can counter Sechel Tachton is by being Soine Betza, by hating money, hating greed. So Avram Avinu epitomizes all of this. Valken Yatzam Avram Yitzchak v'Yishmael, Yaakov v'Esav. That's why these four offsprings came out of Avram. Yitzchak v'Yishmael, Yaakov v'Esav. This is what they said in Haggadah. Keneged arba bonim dibra Torah. The Torah spoke about four children. Echad chochom, ve'echad rosho, ve'echad tam, ve'echad shenidei alisha. And they correspond Keneged arba malchus shebekdusha kayadua. Since Avraham Avinu was Zochet to Malchus, and Malchus includes in it the Dalet Malchus Shebekdusha, so because it is kolol, it combines all the Olam Esalyonim, the Atzilus, Bria, Yitzira, Asiyah. These are the four Olamos, the four Malchus. Each Olam has a Malchus in it. So you see that by combining all the elements, it has four Pchinas Malchuses in it. These are all Malchuses. It says Yitzchak is Pchinas Ben Chacham. Yitzchak corresponds to Ben Chacham, because Yitzchak is Shemetzchok v'Asimcha. It says Ben Chacham is Samech Av. When the son is wise, it makes his father happy. So Yitzchak is connected to the Simcha. So we see here, this is Yitzchak Pchinas Chochma. This corresponds to the Malchus in Olam Atzilus. That's the Simcha. Oiz v'ched b'mekoymo. Esav ben Rosha. He corresponds to the Malchus Olam Asiyah. Yaakov is ben Tam, כמו שכוסov Yaakov ish Tam. He is a Tmimisdik. He corresponds to the Malchus in Olam Abriya. Yishmael b'chinas she'eino yodea ben she'eino yodea lishol. He's the
Seif Vav.
It's in the middle of Seif Vav, yes. Yishmael b'chas ben she'eino yodea lishon. Yishmael is a son that doesn't know how to ask. Yishmael also tshuva. Yishmael at the end of his days, he did tshuva. All his life he was a bandit, but at the end he did tshuva. כמו שאמרו רבותינו זכרם לברכה. You know, as they said, ויקברו אותו, you know, when Avraham Avinu passed away, ויקברו אותו Yitzchak v'Yishmael banav. He was buried by Yitzchak and Ishmael, his children. Yitzchak is mentioned first. So Chazal said, Ishmael was the biggest son. Since the end of his days, Ishmael made tshuva, and he realized that Yitzchak is the real Ben Melech, and he's Ben Ashivcha, so he let Yitzchak go first. So Ishmael, this is he said, V'ikbaru to Yitzchak v'Yishmael banav, to tell you that Yitzchak is that Yishmael made tshuva. Ki ikar tshuva b'china she'eino yodea lishon. The main tshuva is that he doesn't know what to ask. In other words, to do tshuva and to ask kapor from Hashem Yisborach on all the averos that you don't know about. So the thing is that while a person is going down the lane, just following his heart, and a day passes, and another day passes without cheshbon nefesh. So when a person does chas v'chalila something which is not right, does an avera, he remembers it, he realizes it just isn't there. But then it passes. If you let go of the day and you don't do a cheshbon nefesh, the next day, there are new balaganim to worry about. So the one from yesterday, it's already, you know, it's like a person who borrows money and says, I'm going to pay you back. And then he doesn't pay back, and then next day he needs money, and he borrows it, and I'll pay you back. So when he gets money, who is he going to pay for? Going to pay the first one or the second one? So it's the first one I told him I'm going to pay him. I didn't pay him. He's not going to lend me money anyhow anymore. So I better pay the second one. By the time you get to the second one, it says, you know, you have 1,000 shekels in your pocket, you have to pay him 1,000 shekels. So well, I'm going to give him 1,000 shekels, what's going to be with me? I'm going to remain without any money. You know something? I'll give him 800. Give him 800, you know, it's enough. It's by the time that you're thinking about it, it says, what's wrong with 500? It's himself, he's lucky if he's going to get 200. You know, but then you need more money, so you have to work on that. This is to do tshuva. When a person finally wakes up to do tshuva, doesn't know what to do tshuva about. All these things are long gone, water under the bridge, and people like look at themselves and like wonder like, what went wrong? I mean, like, what did I do? Do wrong? I mean, the whole thing became a mess because the main thing is to do tshuva, to ask kapara from Hashem Yisborach al she'einam yaduim, all those that you don't know. Shezeh ikar tshuva. This is the main thing of tshuva. Asher lo gazalti as oshev. What do you mean asher lo gazalti? That a person has to do tshuva even of things that he doesn't know that he stole. He doesn't know that he did that. And the reason is because through averos, a person hurts the malchus. What that does, that the light of the chokhmah elyono goes away, and it doesn't shine properly in the malchus. In other words, the malchus tachtoa, which is klal mitzvot Torah. And when that happens, it's possible the person will make an avera without even realizing that he did any averas. Because the malchus tachtoa, mitzvot Torah, didn't shine to him. You know, it wasn't like, he didn't think there's anything wrong. It's like, you know, like, what's the big deal? You know, it's like that's why he has to do tshuva on things that he doesn't even know. This is Paparos L'Chochma, he says more, he says, since this son doesn't know how to ask, and the Olam Etzira, the Olam Etzira is the Olam of Tovera. That's why he doesn't know how to ask. Is he going to ask like a Ben HaChacham, which is Kula Tov, or act like the Rosh HaChasam, which is Kula Ra. So that's why he keeps quiet. He doesn't know what to ask. He doesn't know how to ask. That's why it says about him, Tshuva Sarosho Bavu Ze Asa Hashem Li, and with this you're machnia the ben Arasha, the Prince ben Arasha, and then he remains kula toiv. He did Chuvas Arasha, and then he remains a kula toiv. I don't want to get too much into the paparazzi here because it gets a little bit complex. And Ishmael is the Malchus, Keneged Malchus Oilam Yitzira. So Yitzchok is in Atzilus, Yaakov is in Bria, Ishmael is in Yitzira, and Esav is in Asiyah, in Kulra. Ze Pchinas Avram Tikkun Shachris. Avram was Mesaken Shachris, because the word Shachris is not Trikon, is Rashi Tevis, is the acronym of Chochom, Rosha, Tam, She'ena Yedea. He combines all of them. This is the Dalad Malchias, the Shachris is the Malchus, is all the four Malchias, the Kedusha, are included in it. And this is what it says after Israel fought with Amalek and won them. Vayishasef Shmuel es Agag. And Shmuel carved up Agag. Shaul HaMelech did not kill Agag, Melech Amalek, and he lost his malchus because of it. And Shmuel went and he cut him up. Vayishasef Shmuel es Agag, because Agag uklolus ava malchus sitracha. Amalek includes in him all the malchus sitracha. They're all included in Agag. Kmo shekosov reishis goyim Amalek. The first of goyim, the chup of the goyim is Amalek. Amalek combines all the goyim, all the sitracha. The sheperash Rashi, that's what Rashi says. Vayishasef. What does Rashi says? Chotchei ledaled. He cut him to 4 pieces. Chotchei ledaled is a remez shechosach chotach v'hivdil es adaled, that he paired off and separated the daled. Shebchinas machos lekdusha delas migame klum, as we said before. That's why the mach is called daled. He's separated from Agag, which is klolius abo machos sitracha. This is what Shmuel did. Ve'elas amachos lekdusha b'shlosha regolim, and he elevated machos lekdusha to the shalosh regolim. And this is also hinted in this Veishasef Shmuel, es Agag Veishasef, es Ashetevus Shvuas Sukkos Pesach. Shin Samech Fei. Vayeshasef is the conjugation of Vav is Vav Achibur. Yeshasef is that he did it or he's going to do it. The yud is when you can make it past or present tense, but the actual word is shasaf, is shin samech fei, which is shvuas sukkos pesach. Ki ikar chayusa me'oraponim shel shalosh. The main chayas of the malchus is from the oraponim that shines in 3 regalim. And this inyan is b'vchinas, as it says, vayi letshuvas hashono. And he says that Rashi says that what happened is in Shmuel it says and it was to the Chuvas Hashono, that particular time of year, when the Melachim come out, he sent his general Yoav and the army and all his people, and they did off with Bnei Ammon, the children, the Ammonites, and David Yoshev Yerushalayim. Rashi says le'es tzes hamalachim was the time that the Malachim come out. There is a time of year it is the habit of armies to come out. That when the land is full with ripe wheat, that's the summer. In the winter, the armies don't go out. It's the summer, they can march, they can do whatever it is. And the horses find hay in the fields to eat. You know, these are horses-drawn armies. So Mimela, when was the time of the year that they used to go to war, is the time when the horses could have fodder, you know, to eat in the fields as they were going along. וזה בחינת לעץ המלוכים, תשובה ששונו, כי תשובה ששונו, the Rebbe says, is the בחינת שלוש רגולים. The tshuva of the shana, Shem Yimei Din. Every single Yom Tov is a Yom Din. That's why it doesn't say Oineg in Yom Tov, it says Simcha in Yom Tov. Simcha is Tzchok, is Yitzchak, Yitzchak is Din. Shabbos is Oineg. Shabbos there's only Chesed. Yom Tov there's Din in Chesed. So Chetz Yolachem. This is B'chinas. That's what we say. V'samachta b'chagecha. This is L'man Yanuach, that it should dress. This is V'samachta. You have to be happy. Happiness is B'chinas Yitzchak. Yitzchak is, you know, is dinim, is sarah, v'chula. Yitzchak is gvura. V'zeh B'chinas shlosh regolim she'im made din. You made tshuva. As Chazal said, in every single Yom Tov, every single is a Rosh Hashanah for a certain aspect of the world. The Pesach nidonim al Tavua. Pesach is the Rosh Hashanah in the Yom Adin, that the world is judged if the wheat is going to grow, if the fruits are going to grow properly. Batzeres is Peres Ha'ilan. In Shavuos, the world is judged whether the fruits of the trees are going to grow properly. And B'Chag, in Sukkot, we're judged on the water if it's going to be a rainy year or not. So every single Yom Tov is a Yom Din, is a day of judgment. V'az eit sesa malachim. This is the time to take out the malachim. Shemotzir b'chinas hamalchus the kedusha magol shel Abba Malchis. That's the time you take out the malchus from the galus amongst the Dalet Malchis, and you elevate it to or upon him hameir b'shlosha regalim. Then you know you plug it up to or upon him that shines in the Shlosha Regalim canal. And the thing is, because it is through the Chatoim of Am Yisrael that they give koyach to the four Malchus Sitra Acha to feed off Malchus Kedusha Chas v'Shalom. That prohibits the Malchus from going up and getting from or upon him to receive. But when you do tshuva on the three regalim, it's made in. You have to do tshuva, right? So from this mitoch simcha, and dafka in the tshuva and Yom Tov is done through simcha. It's not done through atzvus. It's dafka done through the simcha. It's a simcha, and it's through the joy of Yom Tov that a person does tshuva. It's a different kind of tshuva. It's not a tshuva of the I'll never do it again, that you only do it because they caught you. It's a tshuva that you realize, I'm better than that. You know, this is where I belong. I belong doing these kind of good things. This is where I belong. Then you elevate the Malchus, the Kedusha, from the Galus amongst the Dalet Malchis, and you elevate it to or upon him that shines in the Shlosha Regalim. That's why every single Yom Tov, Dalet Regalim, has an aspect of four in it. Pesach, Arba Koises, the four Koises in Pesach. B'Shavuos, it's the mitzvah is learning Torah, right? Which is said of Mishnah, which is Arba Pamim Biat Kol Echad, as Chazal said, when Hashem taught Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu taught Aaron. Then he set aside Aaron, and then Moshe Rabbeinu set aside, and Aaron taught Elazar. And then they both set aside, and Elazar taught Am Yisrael. So it's himself, they make the cheshbon that each one had learned whatever Moshe Rabbeinu taught 4 times. So this is the Seder Mishnah. This says, and that's this, and Rabbi Eliezer said, from here you'll learn that every person has to teach, or he learns to his student 4 times. So we have to tell, what's his name, Avi, that says, why do you have to keep on repeating it? So he says, because you have to do it 4 times. Seder Mishnah biat kol echad. Right, that's exactly what I meant. That's what I had in my mind all the time. Me, what? Of course. Besukkos the Abba Minim. Besukkos, obviously, you have to have the Dalad Minim. Everything corresponds to this Bechinas Dalad, Bechinas Malchus, that you have to elevate it to Or upon him through the Simcha of the mitzvahs that congregate with Kaptzim, Letocha Regalim. Ad Kan, Likutei Moharan for today. Thank you. Just a second.